Yo, what it do? It's C-Do, and today we're getting into a CK3 guide video. We're going to be talking about how to make your character the head of faith and how to keep him there. And the first thing you want to do when you join the faith and you intend to become the head of faith is you need to find these things. In this game, there are holy sites for each religion. So if you click on Siguism, you'll see their holy sites. If you click over here for these Bori people, you'll see the Bori holy sites over here. But we are Bedaic. And religion is like really cool. You can do a lot of things with religion. There's so many options. It's honestly crazy. It's definitely like recommended for your long-term games is to reform a faith. Alright, and we currently have 2 holy sites as this place, so first things first, you need to get 3 holy sites. So let's find out who these people are. And also, for those of you who don't know, if you want to like change your objective in a war, you gotta press this change objective button right here. I know it's really easy to miss, but in case you want to actually like choose what place you want to go to war for, like, so I need this holy site, so I'm just gonna click on this one. You know what I'm saying? And it lights up blue if that's the one you're getting. Dang. Alright, so first things first. Here is the list of things you need to do to reform a faith. First things first, you're going to need 3 holy sites. You need 3 holy sites. So as you can see, as these people, if you click on the faith, and click on your faith, you need 3 of these holy sites. That's first thing. Second thing, you need to get enough piety to actually be able to reform it. And so if you're actually going for piety, you know, you'll go through like the learning. And if you want piety, there's a lot of different things you can do to get piety. So you can go like theology focused. And another really important thing is to get the prophet tree. So if you get the prophet perk in the theologian tree, then you get like plus 1% piety per night, but the biggest thing is this right here. Faith creation and reformation cost minus 50%. Alright, so that big number that you see whenever you go to reform the faith, is going to be greatly reduced whenever you actually get that prophet trait. And so it'll be a lot more manageable. And I think it's real good to go with like the Bedaic faith because you can like just human sacrifice for piety. So if you ever get any prisoners, you can just sacrifice them. If you want to have free reign over your faith, I would suggest that you get at least like 4,000 piety before you reform it. Basically, if you get the minimal amount of piety, then it'll essentially be the exact same religion. So it costs piety to change things. Alright, here's what you want. So in choosing your doctrines, you're able to go through all these, and they all do different things. You know, you can choose to be a female-dominated religion, so like where you only believe in like females being the leaders. There's a lot of different things. There's a whole lot of things to consider. And these are just the doctrines as well. But the biggest thing you want to do is you want to go to this head of faith right here. And you want to click temporal. Okay, and so you see it says, a faith cannot have both theocratical, clerical tradition, and temporal head of faith. So we need to find this right here. We make it a lay clergy. And then we go to head of faith, and we can make it temporal. So basically, temporal head of faith will make you the head of faith whenever you reform the religion, and then when you die, your son will become head of faith, and essentially you can just be both king and head of faith throughout your whole rest of the game. It's very handy. You can do crazy things with faith. You can declare great holy wars. You can declare great holy wars. There's options in the tenets that like communion, like the Christians have, where you could receive a lot of money for being head of faith, just constantly getting taxes and such. Yeah, let's take a look at some of these tenets, man. They all do different things, and they're all really handy. Like right here, communion is great. Characters may seek indulgences from their head of faith to pay gold in exchange for piety. So you essentially will have people paying gold to you just for you being the head of faith. It's kind of clutch. Yeah, there's some pretty crazy stuff in here. You can even make it like, let me see if I might not have the option. Oh, look, you can even have ritual cannibalism as your thing. Kind of crazy what you can do. But yeah, I'd have to say my favorite would have to be like Warmonger. Because at Warmonger, if you become the head of faith, you can then declare a great holy war at around like 1000 AD. And another great one would have to be, I think it's Monticism. So Monticism allows you to ask people to take their vows and become monks. This really helps whenever you don't want to like just be killing kids all the time, to ensure that your kingdom is in like good hands. And it's real handy too. So like how you use Monticism really, you'll have like kids, and they might not want to become monks, right? So you're gonna have to take like the little like +6 tyranny to like imprison them, but then you don't have to kill them. You just have to make them take their vows, but they have to be in your prison first. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna do it by their own selves. But yeah, honestly, I really like human sacrifice. Human sacrifice is very nice. Like, because you'll just get out of these wars where you've just sieged all these places and captured all these people. You'll end up having like 16 people in your prison, and then you can just mass execute them and just become like a religious icon, just like that. Very handy. Oh, this is nice. Rulers with high learning may condemn their sinful vassals. Condemned vassals are seen as criminals and may have their titles revoked. So if you want your faith to keep high forever. So here's the thing about how faith works. So you have a thing called forever, right? And the higher the forever, the better. But if you have people in your faith, you know what I'm saying, who own counties and they're like real sinful, you know what I mean? Like they got these kind of sins. It's pretty hard to be sinful in the Bedaic religion, but there's definitely people out there. And so if they have traits like these, then they can straight up decrease your forever by like -10%. And so the lower your forever is, the more likely people are going to be making like other religions off of your religion, you know what I mean? People are going to be trying to like take your stuff because you have low forever. Forever is real important for religion. But yeah, and if you need somebody to be your head of faith, like, you know what I mean? Like, I got this guy right here. He's not very great at learning. He's average. So, what I would do is I would have a child, and I would get like my kid trained up by like the smartest guy I know, right? And then I would make sure that he started getting the whole of body. So this is real important, honestly, to building up piety, because piety takes a long time to build up sometimes. So what you would want to do, essentially, is go down this whole of body tree while you're young, right? So you end up becoming like this super healthy guy who lives until like he's 80 years old. And then after you get this trait, you go down here to the prophet trait and half the cost of the Reformation by 50%. So let's review. If you want to make a religion where you're the head of faith, here are the essentials you have to do. You have to have 3 holy sites. 1, 2, 3. And then you have to make sure that you click this when you reform the head of faith, man. I cannot stress this enough. This is what you need to do right here. You need to make sure that this is on temporal. And just change anything that it says that you might need to make it temporal. Like I had to change the clerical tradition to lay clergy in order to make my head of faith temporal. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like really the possibilities are just limitless for religion. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You can go from making cannibalism like a holy act to like making all your people naked because that's what y'all believe in. Like, there's just so many options. It's honestly crazy. You can make it cool to marry your, like, brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? Like, you do whatever you want, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you should be doing any of that, but you can really just do whatever you want. That's the fun part, you know what I'm saying? It just leaves it all up to you. And so it's really interesting. You're going to want, like, you know, whenever you're checking stuff out, you really want to look at all of these, bro. Because you can only have 3 tenants, but you can have a whole lot of these. There's all of these. And so you can accomplish some of the things that the tenants do with this stuff. So there's a lot of different ways to build a religion. But essentially, if you want a basis for, like, how much stuff is going to cost, as you can see, like, currently, like, we had, like, none head of faith, right? So that would be the cheapest option. So you need to spend the most piety to, like, go to the furthest on the other side, you know what I mean, of that little, like, 3 options. You know what I mean? You can, like, make stuff accepted. You can make it totally cool to just, like, murder your own children. You know what I'm saying? But you could also, instead of doing that, you could just make Montacism a thing. Just make them all monks. But yeah, that's all you really need to know to become the head of faith of your own religion in CK3. It's kind of complex, but believe me, once you do it the first time, it'll be like riding a bike. If you have any questions, leave it down in the comments and I'll be sure to reply. If you are pretty much bored any day, we're usually streaming like every day now. Just on and off, you know what I mean? We'll be doing like some Tarkov streams here and some random streams here. Mostly like Among Us and like Dark Souls and stuff. You know what I mean? Hit me up on Twitter at FadedCalzax. I hope I helped you, and leave a like and a sub if I helped you. This is C-Do signing off. Peace.